Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show with your host, the Crypto Lifer. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? To the Crypto Lifer Show with your host, the Crypto Lifer. Feels like it could be louder. Feels like that should be a little louder. No? Is it just me? Feels like that should be a little louder. No? Is it just me? Weird. Anyway, shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day here. Anyway, shout out to everyone here on the live. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're doing well. Hope, wow, we got a big crew here. We got Dogecoin. How is Beantown? It's great. Trade Intuition brought me here. Shout out to Lam Huang, Crypto Cody, every single person here. Welcome to the live stream. So welcome. If you're new to the live stream, today we're going to go over some amazing things. We're going to talk about Bitcoin dominance. We're going to talk about 1inch. I've been talking about 1inch for a long time now. It did not break the parabola. That was a big deal here on the 4 hour. You can see here, look, it came right to the parabola and decided to respect it right here like so. And that is step one, step 2, step 3, 4, and 5 till we get the blow off top. This is just starting. 4 hour has a bullish MACD cross on it. We are halfway up in the Stokes, but they're pointing back to the upside. So things are looking pretty good right now for 1inch. Okay. The 1inch exchange, baby. Last night was a nice dip on 1inch. Yo, there was a nice dip on everything for a split second. You know, look at Aave going up to 462. Dipped down to 387 last night. And that's what I'm trying to say is a lot of times we like take profits. It's hard to take profits when hours later, these things are up huge. Hours later, these things are up absolutely huge. So it's, it's hard. You miss out. I feel better off just holding my bags, man. Not every bag. I mean, I take some profits on certain bags. Wow, what a huge dip, though. 460 all the way to 440 out of nowhere. People take profits. I mean, look at this. Now it's forming another rising wedge. This thing is getting scary. It broke out of a rising wedge to flag into a rising wedge. Aave. I just did it. It's my top coin that I hold. I've been in it since about $80 and $60. And I was late, honestly. It had been going up from 10, 20, 30. It had already like 6, 7x'd by the time I got into it. This thing is unstoppable. Why is it so big? We're going to tell you why Aave is so big. If you're not sure, we're going to explain these things to you later on in the show. So stay tuned for some gems. We're going to get into what is big, what is coming out, and what is going down. All right. There's a lot of new coins, but there's certain coins that you want to be in as opposed to other ones. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. You guys are unbelievable. 18 viewers right off the bat. Thursdays, man. Thursdays, popping out the chat. Shout out to everyone here. Chrissy Fouts, Mixed, aka Jasol, Lam Huang. I think the dip had to do with Bitcoin's flash crash from $38,000 to $36,000. Yeah, it was. Hadouken, shout out to Crypto Cody, Chrissy Fouts, Lam Huang, Jose Pedro, Chris Conlon, my man, Eddie DC, Crypto Cody, Trade Intuition, bringing in your crew. Really appreciate that. Lynn N, Jesse B, everyone single person here on the live stream. So we're going to get into Bitcoin, man. The elephant in the room. I told you Doge was hot. I told you Doge looked like it was going to go. Did it go? Let's take a look. Hey, and look, I gave you this trade. We talked about it. I said, here's your buy zone. Here's your stop loss. Here's your sell zone. And Doge goes from about 3 all the way back up to 5. A nice 100% gain. Now it's holding about a 36% gain, and it's starting to flag. We go to the 30-minute. We can see one of my favorite patterns here, a bull pennant. Also touching the 21-day moving average on the 30 tells me that there's more to come for Doge. Doge is not over. So if you took the call, congratulations, another lifer call. And we gave you the exact time to buy, the exact stop loss, and the exact place to sell. You could either follow me or not, but it's up to you guys. Again, this isn't financial advice. Don't do anything you see me do here on this live stream. Do your own due diligence. Make your own trades. I never take profits. I only move up my stop loss. It works for me. Hey, that's what you're supposed to do in a bull run. In a bull run, you can't take profits. You just raise that stop. And honestly, I don't even have stop losses on a lot of these. Yeah, and you're probably gonna look at me like I'm absolutely insane because my number one rule is to use a stop loss. It is when you're trading, day trading consistently, but when you're holding for a bull run in crypto, there's some different rules. And everyone's gonna have different rules. I honestly can't say everything that I do. People have private sessions with me. I'll kind of maybe be a little more intimate with what I'm doing. But it's just because, you know, if I tell a large group of people what I'm doing, certain people might not understand and they might get hurt because they're not experts at what I'm doing. And if you don't know how to do it, then you're probably going to get hurt. You know, you have to have your emotions in check. You have to know what you're buying and you have to be in control, man. You have to be in control. And I see a lot of people are just not in control. Went to a meeting with a group of friends, a dinner last weekend, and 3 of them had all bought GameStop. And I looked at them all like they were out of their minds. And these are like apparently smart people who own businesses, and it's the emotions, especially if no one's ever gotten in before. My buddy's like, oh, I threw a couple grand in it. It's like, are you serious? At what? 150 and now you're down thousands of dollars? Like what would possess you to get into, look at this chart. You can't even, I've never even seen a chart like this. Look at it. We can't even make heads or tails of it. It's ugly. The best thing we could do is put it in a falling wedge like this. This is the best thing we could do. And say, okay, it's in a falling wedge now. To break up to the upside, 68% chance. You know, I don't know. Anyway, let's get back into the elephant in the room, what we talk about every day. That's Bitcoin. How you guys doing today? How's those comments coming in? Manipulation, sure. You could do it in any bear market if you're shorting. Trailing stop loss. I had a $50 bet that Doge would go back to 29 by Sunday. I might just call the guy and pay today. Yeah, man, why would you bet against anything going down right now? Not a good idea. Not a good look. Okay, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Okay. Ooh, I see something that gets me a little nervous. Here's my trajectory. Remember my trajectory plan? But we would go sideways right around here. I even said yesterday on the live stream, I said, don't be surprised, don't be scared if we come back and touch this area, which was 34.8. I thought that was very possible. We held up even stronger than that. 36.5 was really the low. So you can see they tried to sell us off already. One thing I don't like to see, all right, is, let me get rid of this. One thing I don't like to see is that's a bit of a diamond pattern. It really is. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. Yeah, bit of a diamond. And when diamonds usually reverse the way they came in, so if it came in from the bottom, it usually goes down the bottom. And look, we did come out the bottom of the diamond. You see that? In and out. We'll see what happens now, but so far the diamond played out the way it was supposed to play on that 30-minute. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Yeah, see the 4-hour I said, and this is why I said don't be surprised if we go back to 34.8, because look at the 4-hour, it has to reset, right? So the 4-hour has to reset. And this is why you come to my channel. I don't give you guys sauce. Like, I'm not like, oh, Bitcoin 54K. Oh, that's it. I do tell you we're going long term, but I show you what's happening in the short term. Now, look at my bigger pattern here. Bitcoin was in this falling wedge. It took this pattern, but it chose to come to the upside and chose a new pattern. Chose a very new pattern. Now, a lot of times, what I think will happen is we're going to start into a new channel. And we went up, we came down. I believe we're going to come up and go down again. Something like this. As Bitcoin begins its new trajectory, and it's starting with higher highs and higher lows. So these are beautiful things to see. We do need to crack that this older high here. Let me show you. going to get rid of all the old work now and kind of leave a freshie. But we need to crack this high, which, oh, we did. We did, but we were, we were rejected. We need to close a candle above this level here. 38.8, basically 39K. We need to get there. And then we're going to have probably a little bit of a rejection, some issues here at 40K. You're going to have, people use these as sell zones. So people are going to have sell orders stacked at previous resistance. We only have 2 resistances till we get all the way up. And yeah, Bitcoin doing great, man, in this new channel here. Kind of forming like that rising wedge you could see too. So yeah, and that also coincides with maybe coming back down and testing 35K. So if Bitcoin goes down to 35K today, don't be surprised, right? The 4-hour is suggesting that. We have a cross on the MACD and we're pointing down on there. It says we're going to have to come down a little bit or at least go sideways. So we're either going to go sideways or down for the next, you know, I guess for the afternoon. Till maybe later tonight, like I'm talking 10, 11 o'clock tonight. I believe that will be your long. Then we can long BTC for the 4-hour because we look at the daily and I know the daily's still ready to rock with 2 MACD green histograms, and we just had our cross. So things are looking good. Things are looking good for Bitcoin. I like what I see. I like what I see. So, but again, I'm just cautioning you, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if we test that 34 high, 34.8, 34.9, even just 34K area. Okay, so if you see it, remember the Crypto Lifer already gave it to you. Already got you ready for that possibility. Bitcoin dominance. Let's take a look at dominance. Fallen and fallen and fallen. What is Bitcoin dominance? If you're new to the show and you're not sure what Bitcoin dominance is, Bitcoin dominance shows you how much percentage of all the money in the cryptocurrency market is in Bitcoin, basically. So it's showing you, okay, Bitcoin has this much percentage. Right now it has 62% of the entire market space. What we do see though, falling to the downside, no hidden bullish divergence. We're in this new channel, which does break to the upside 68% of the time. We are in this channel like so. But so far so good. It looks like we were double bottoming here. We're starting to kind of get lower again, lower lows. So hopefully we can continue this trajectory. But right now the daily says that we do want to see a MACD cross to the upside. Will we go sideways? We'll see. That would coincide within a couple days, Bitcoin kind of really regaining some strength here. So watch your altcoins. At one point, Bitcoin is going to go on a tear again. And it looks like it's brewing, right? It looks like it's getting brewed up a little bit. So just watch out for this. I don't think it's going to happen today or tomorrow. I think it's going to take a couple, like 3 or 4 days. But Bitcoin dominance, you can see the daily is revving up. And we're getting a lack of momentum really on all sides, even bearish momentum here. 4-hour also looking a little bullish and starting to kind of stop its trajectory to the downside. Is forming somewhat of a double bottom. So it's telling me people are getting a little more interested in Bitcoin right now. Alts have gone on a tear of tears. Like when I look at this at 438, but damn, man, people love selling off right when it hits your target. See, my target right there was 459, 460. We hit it exactly. So yeah, these alts are flying, man. They've gained you a lot of Bitcoin. If you're using the alts to gain Bitcoin in the last 3 weeks to a month, congratulations. You gained yourself a lot of Bitcoin. Yeah. Let's take a look at total and total 2. That's the entire market cap. We were very bullish on that the last few days. I told you to look out for $400 billion. And that's another reason. A lot of people just do tickers and stuff of that nature. But here on this channel, we really give you the whole picture. We kind of let you see where we're going. Now, this is coming down for a bit of a retest. But you can see the 21-day moving average is moving up. And that gives me an idea that this is going to flag here. Make a nice little bull flag. I don't see it moving back into the channel. Okay? We're holding $414 billion for all of the altcoins. And look, we're going to go sideways as the stochastics reset and we get a MACD cross. That would be very, very special. You have to remember that most of the down happens in the light part of the green and in the dark red. I'm circling this area here. See, light part of the green and the dark red. So because of that, I want to remind you guys that, you know, a lot of the pain is kind of ending. So we're already halfway through the pain here on the total market cap, and we went sideways. We didn't really go down, you know, and that's a great sign. So we're seeing bullishness on all sides. 413, 400, above $400 billion for the altcoins. So we were struggling with that 300 billion. I said, I don't want to see us go below it, and boom, now we're boomed up. Where's our target? Where do you think would be a good place to start taking some profits on the altcoins? Like here, we hit a target here. 348, 350 was a nice place to take some profits. It's going to be about 534. We're going to all the way up my green line here. About 535, 534 billion dollars seems to be the next big stop for the altcoins. We just had a MACD cross. We still have some room. RSI is pointing down, but it could flip back up at any moment. And the stochastics RSI is still pointed up pretty nicely. So shout out to everyone here on the live stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. 26 people watching, 22 likes. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Let's get it rocking. Trade Intuition, the average shooter, sent me here. Thank you, Zach Rios. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for joining the live stream, man. Trade Intuition has some amazing, awesome information. He really does. He breaks it down. Me and him kind of work in tandem in a way. We came from the same school of thought. We have our differences in the way we trade, but at the same time, our discipline and the way we present information is for you guys and to help you guys. So thank you guys so much for jumping on in. Morning, I'm late. Sorry, Lifer. Time to learn and lock in. Chief Dubas, Jenny Mixter, Jose Pedro, everyone in here. Thank you guys so much. Let's get some more comments flowing in. We got a lot of people. I'm going to be into the comments a lot today, so throw me those comments. Let's keep it moving. So right now, total 2. Very bullish on. The daily still looking good to me. Everything looking very nice. So I'm still bullish on that. The 3-day, getting extended, but the Stokes are low. Stokes want to come up with a double bottom, so that tells me that we're still good for about a week. We can get all the way up here to $535 billion. That would be a huge gain for the altcoins, a 30% move in the total market cap. So watch out for that as things are starting to brew. We're seeing a little bit of slippage now in the total market cap. We got sold off from my level here at 1 billion. About 60 billion has been erased pretty fast. Right there, this candle opened at 1121. It's now low and it closed at 1098. I mean, that's about a $30 billion drop right there in the last hour. 1 hour does want to push up though. As I say this before, it's super important we hold the $1 trillion level, which is about right here where we broke out. I don't want to see us go below 1 trillion ever again. I really don't. Here's my trajectory. We're going to come up here and then probably go sideways for a little while like we did here. But hopefully we can get all the way up to $1.5 trillion. And that's what I'm hoping for. Farmer D, man, thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate that. Appreciate everyone here on the live stream. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful day. So we did Bitcoin. We did Bitcoin dominance. We did total and total too. They look great. Things are looking good. We are halfway through a big move. We had most of the big move, right? We broke out from 956 billion, and now we're back over that $1 trillion level, which is a great thing. We talked about SXP. Remember, SXP was forming the bowl, coming out of the left side of the bowl. All right, this is what we see here. We go to that 4 hour, hit the auto, and see what we're getting there. And as you see, as it starts to round out of the bowl, I would watch SXP, man, starting to do its thing. Let's take a move out of my my measured move here so we can actually see what happened. And look, it went pretty damn close to my target. My target was about 179. And I always say to take like 70%, especially of my targets. I always say that. Like, if my target's up here, then I got some layered sells. Maybe I have a sell up here, but I have 1 or 2 down in here too. So you can catch 70% of the measured move. Remember, don't be greedy, man. 70% of the measured move is all you really need. All right. I remember at the very beginning, we had some... Dear Lifer, can we take a look at KSM? Maybe Sun. And I think I need a peek at Atom ETH, please, for Crypto Cody. Crypto Cody, let's take a look at that for you. We'll take a look at XRP as well for Chris Conlon. Shout out to Chris Conlon, holding strong on Doge, getting a little bit of a pump back. There we go. So let's take a look at Sun. I had Sun on a cup and handle recently. My memory is serving me correct. So let's take a look at what Sun's doing. It actually had that double handle. Cup with the double handle. You can see I posted in the chart a little while back. Let's see what the chart looked like here. Again, please join my Telegram group. It becomes an interactive part of the show. We really kind of use it during the show in a way. Pretty interesting. We have the crypto billboard. We have the Lifer group charts and calls only, where I just put out charts and calls. Look, here I put NIO. I gave you the buy zone, gave you a stop loss, gave you a sell zone, gave you your potential profit of 33.6%. Here I gave you Dogecoin. This actually is starting to play out and actually did itself already. I gave you this at 11 yesterday morning. So if you're in my chat and you're in my group, there's profitable trades being posted for free every single day. KSM is up as well. So 2 trades that you saw there, killing him. We didn't even check NIO, possible EGLD. This is up as well into the 71 area. Not a huge boom, but is booming. So 3 calls in a row right there, all for you. Ocean in a cup and handle, giving your buy zone, your stop loss, and your sell zone. Running out of room, giant double bottom. And you can learn from these charts. I'm showing you things. I'm conveying messages inside of these charts for you guys. I have diamond hands. Diamond hands. Here's the 1-inch pull up. Looks like 1 inch can get to 814. Stochastics are still low on that 4 hour. And you can see as we're building you guys a story here all the time. I'm trying to see where I had sun. Here is sun. Now I had sun up in here. Sun at about 971. So here's my sun chart. See that cup with the double handle? Let's take a look at what sun's doing now. So there was the cup with the double handle. You can see here was the cup. There was the handle. So 971 was the call. This is at 1149. So this also, so you can see, I mean it is a bull market. All I have to do is put a chart out and it's going to go up. So I'm not trying to take huge credit for this. But what I'm saying is I'll get you into the setups at the right time, at the right place. And you can learn TA from this. You know, use this moment in time to realize in the next crypto bull market how much better you're going to be. TA is just going to make you more money. That's all there is. It's going to do. Don't be scared of it. Don't be worried. It's not going to confuse you. It's not going to waste your time. It's only going to make you more money. Yeah. So please bear with me, bear with us. Stay cool. You know what I'm saying? But TA, man. And look, if you got the pump up to 15, always something shady going on with Justin Sun's coins. I don't know if they're viable long term. I'm not really into them at all. Maybe they'll do great. They're just not my bag. They're not my bag, you know. So, yeah. Let's take a look at XRP. Jose Verdo Patricio, my man, bearish divvy on ETH Daily. I have diamond hands, XRP. Zach Rios, thank you so much for joining the stream. Yeah, everyone in here. Let's take a look at XRP. Let's get those comment sections, guys. Let's get your hands moving. I'm active, you're active. The more active we are as a group, the more we're going to learn together. So stay active with me. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So you see, this is a huge pump and dump, now going sideways, but now it's starting a bit of a trajectory. I don't see any hidden bullish divergence. Nothing crazy to tell me anything big's happening for XRP right at the very moment. I feel like we're going to just see some sideways action right now. Can't really put it in too much of a pattern. You know, technically we could say it's doing something like this with a retest. Possibly, I don't know. It's a pretty ugly pattern. Could come back down to the bottom of the pattern as well. Not looking too healthy on the daily. Pointed up though a little bit here on the Stokes. Yeah, I would just, you know, this is just something that accumulates slowly, you know. I think it's going to form a bit of a bowl here. Something like this. I think it's going to maybe not hit the bowl. But maybe it's going to kind of just play games with itself here. Let's see. I feel like it's going to just do something like this. Like come back down, you know. Till it decides to make its way out. I think we're going to see something like that. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I think we're going to see for XRP. I'm not worried about having to jump back in at the very moment. Zilliqua had a bit of a pump and then a bit of a dump. Interesting. This was a call. So far, it went well. Hit my first target at 8.1. Only get rejected. Bounce right off of 6.9 again, which basically we got in here at about 6.8 as the pattern started to move. Now, this got a retest and bounced back up. That is a glorious retest on the daily. But the Stokes are high right now. Not the best sign for Zilliqa. It looks like Zilliqa is going to struggle sideways for a few more days till it really starts to move. Now, Chrissy asked for, at the very beginning, sorry now, KSM. KSM, we just gave KSM one of our actual calls of the week. So KSM should be up. Let's take a look. 117, there you go. Gave you the buy zone of the breakout. You could even, I have the circle here. This is where I really like to get down, is at the bottom of the pattern, right? This is boomed up to 118. KSM, something very similar to Aave. It's just going to continue to move. It has institutional investors involved. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Grayscale jump on KSM and create a trust for them. So look out for that. Look, we got wicked down and bought back up. So you can see there was a lot of crazy action earlier today. Shout out to Eddie DC up on the live stream. Thank you for jumping on into the live, man. So the daily is just having a cross right now. Just having a MACD cross, getting our first green MACD histogram coming up now. I have a sell zone up here at 156. So still a viable trade. How would you get into a trade right now? Well, you look at the daily, make sure the daily's safe. When the daily's safe, meaning it looks like it's ready to go, watch that 4 hour. 4 hour wants to come down. So very simply what I do, and you could do this too, is I trade a trajectory that I think, and then I put a line like right around here. I right click that line, and what that does is it actually adds an alert to the line. And when the price comes down here, or the stochastics RSI hits this, I get an alert. That tells me that the 4 hour has reset, similar to here, here, and look, it's very simple. Like whenever the price was down here, if I bought below my green line with an alert, that means I bought right around here. Yeah, it came up, came down, but I would have been up eventually. Here's another one right here. I would have bought somewhere in this area, and I would have been up. Also, it's getting me to buy the bottom of the pattern. See that? Or a retest, or some sideways movement here. So, I hope we go sideways or come back down and bounce off the pattern. But now you can kind of judge and see what's going on. So this is a really nice way to trade, especially in a bull market. I really stopped using the 1 hour much. You know, 1 hour says, okay, we're going to go up a little bit, and that's a good sign. 4 hours says we're going to go down a little bit, right? So they're not in conjunction with each other, but the daily is. And so you just wait for that 4 hour to reset and then ride the daily to the moon, you know? And this could even make a lack of bearish momentum. We could see a flip up here, which is starting to look. See this? That's actually a big sign. See how the MACD was turning, but now it's flipping to the top side? It tells me that we might just get another green histogram here. This could even kind of curve up sideways, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it's just going to go sideways as this resets and then continue bullish. It looks very, very bullish right now. How do you get into something like this? Well, you look for a pennant. You look for something like this. You go to a smaller time frame and you start building your position, your patterns. Like here, there's a breakout and a retest. You could try to get in on this retest right now. Again, don't do anything I do on the channel. All this is for speculative and entertainment purposes only, but yeah. And then you can even take smaller targets with the polls on the 30-minute. And you can just start building the story for yourself so you can see where this is going. Now, if we hit this target, we remain bullish, right? So you set up like tiny bull traps, so to speak. Like try tiny little areas where if the price is going bullish, it should be going there. If it doesn't go there, then something's going on. There's a reversal. There's something going on with Bitcoin, or something isn't going in your way. So that's just something to think about here. KSM, okay? Now, DeFi has taken over. Let's go over DeFi Perp. DeFi USDT Perp. This is DeFi, okay? This shows you all the hottest coins in DeFi put together in like basically an ETF, showing you where DeFi is going. Now, we look back here. We saw DeFi breaking out and getting up to about 108. This thing has gained 28% today alone. DeFi is exploding. I think it's going to get to a point where you could just pick a DeFi coin, and that happened in August. I don't know if you remember. I missed it a little bit. I just got into DeFi as it was expanding. And by the time I had my head fully wrapped around it, it was about 60 to 70% through its moves. And you could tell like there was a bit of a pullback coming. So look at DeFi on the 4 hour. I had a target up here. Then I made a mini bull flag with another target. And look at this thing just continuing to rip. So this is showing you that DeFi is in hot demand, man. People really like DeFi. Look at multiple green histograms. Still pointing to the upside. Still a little bit of room on the Stokes, but it is getting extended. You know, it's kind of telling you maybe it's time to take some profits in some of these coins. But DeFi just continues to defy the odds. DeFi continues to defy the odds. DeFi defies the odds. Hilarious, right? 437, Aave taking that hit. But the fact that it even went to 400 is absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. Still room to go on the daily, too. Doesn't look like it really wants to cool down yet. Algo, my baby, at 70. It went all the way to 75. Wow, got really rejected there, though. Interesting. We see a big rejection in a lot of coins at the beginning of the morning. Algo had a bit of a rejection. I bet you Beam. Yeah, it's now indecision token here. Look at Beam. Beam's forming that rounded bottom and coming up the upside. Watch out for Beam to do something like Sand and Dot. So put Beam on your radar. It's had some pumps and dumps here, but it's starting to make its way up out of the right side of the pattern. Also in the bit of this double bottom. You see that? So Beam just, you know, starting to form patterns that we know break to the upside. How about Dot doing amazing things? $20 Dot. Dot went all the way where to 2182. Will get rejected and come back down. These are these crazy highs. See, like these highs are similar to this high here. So we come up 19, then we come down, we play some games, and then eventually we're up out of there yet again. Dot has to be bought by the parachains. On the daily, it has a MACD cross coming. So it's been doing all this without even getting the cross yet. And look, it's getting a little close. We're seeing what's going to happen here. But only a matter of time, I believe, till Dot gets back to that all-time high of 2182. But shout out to Dot. Yesterday was a huge day for the altcoins. They absolutely exploded. Unbelievable. Look at EGLD, my baby. We gave you this trade. We talked about it. Went over it as well inside the chat, inside the channel. Starting to break out. Getting a little rejected on a wick there. And basically at its previous high. And that's why you always want to do... Ooh. I don't know how I did that. Must have brought that back from a different place. You can see here we got to about the same level we were at before, 75, and got rejected. We went as high as about 74.60. Fetch AI next. Yeah, Fetch is a great coin, man. FET, baby, FET. I've been trading FET for a long time, like a year and a half now. 71. I have a projection here for EGLD to go all the way up to about $98 a coin. So insane how many gains we've been seeing right now in these coins. It's absolutely nuts. You want to take profits, but the second you take profits, they're gone again. And then you're like, damn, I shouldn't have taken profits, you know. INJ getting big. And you can see we talk about selling whenever you're away from the 21-day moving average. We use this as an example. But look at this moving into the parabola. Getting huge. This has a lot of news. People are talking about it. It is a decentralized exchange, the Injective exchange. So decentralized exchanges, man. 1-inch token exploding, right? Injective, similar scenario here. So, and you can think with GameStop news, it's not a coincidence that you're seeing a movement here in these types of coins. So yeah, you may want to take some profits in Injective. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, the daily, it's getting a little spent at this point, right? Has to go sideways, make a flag, do something. Getting far away from the 21-day moving average as well. I would take some profits on Injective. Hi guys, Nano is taking the last passengers before breakout. Let's take a look at Nano. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Shout out to Sergu Mukanu. Shout out to M. Dixon. Is one worth it? One isn't a bad coin engine. Fetch AI. Didn't you used to love Dot? I always love Dot. We talked about Dot all the time. Look at Dot, man. If you go to my channel, man, you can just see, you can see what I've been doing. I'm getting ready for the Super Bowl, man. I'm getting hyped. I'm hyped. I'm watching a lot of hype videos, Super Bowl hype videos, you know, matchup videos. I love that. Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes, one of the greatest matchups in history, honestly, in history, right? We're about to see an amazing game. Polkadot prediction, Polkadot to $400. This is 2 months ago. I'm talking about Polkadot on my channel. $4.37, I'm talking about Polkadot. So if you're in my channel and you use my channel to learn, Just by going to my channel, it would have put coins on your radar that maybe you weren't sure about, you didn't know about. And look at that. This is a 5xer already, right? This is easy. This was at 28.80 already. I'm showing you at $4.37. Jordan Bird is still good too. Oh my God, man. I'm from Boston. You don't got to tell me. Larry Bird, baby. Anyway, let's take a look at Engine Coin. I've been talking about Engine Coin. Why I liked it is it came and bounced off the 0.5 Fibonacci and is starting a new trajectory. Kind of a safe area to start accumulating, in my opinion, because you can see it already did a retrace. Came up hard, retraced. Slight head and shoulders, but I really don't think it played out. No, it didn't. And now it's in a falling wedge with a 68% chance of break to the upside, holding the next Fibonacci level too. See, that became a really strong level of support. Is the 382 fib. So I like where Engine Coin is at right now. You know, Engine Coin, beautiful thing. What it can do, man. Kids can keep value inside of the game. Forming a bit of a flag here. It broke out, but to me, it's got to break back into the flag. Forming a bit of a Bart Simpson at the moment, too. And some more downside on the stochastics on that 4 hour. Will it hold? 21-day moving, 200-day moving average tends to be strong support. So look for a bounce off of this yellow line. And that could be a nice place to enter. Daily bottom at the bottom on Engine. Let's look at the daily. Wow, yeah. See, now it looks beautiful. See, the daily looks ready to rock. And I'm telling you, man, in a bull run, because the overall trajectory is to the upside, you know, in a choppy market, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out, you're in something, you're getting bounced out. Now it's like 90% of my trades. I don't know about you guys, but 90%, maybe even more, maybe 99.9% of my trades are in the green, you know? So it's like, what you do is you want to use the 4 hour and the daily to your advantage at this point. And look at the daily on Engine Coin, right? Looks like it's going to do this though. We see this sign here when I show you the Stoke. See, look, looks like it might kind of double bottom. There's a chance. That would kind of coincide with what we're seeing here on the 4 hour as well. Shout out to Jose for pointing that out. I'm learning then. Daily at the bottom on Engine. Yeah. So daily, man, looking really, really nice. You can see we made another $2,000 today. I made almost $2,000 every single day for the last 5, 6, 7 days in a row, just consistently, just banging them out, you know? Account just continuing to go out. Every morning I wake up, more money, more money, more money, more money. It's pretty insane. It's pretty insane. All right, so we just lost 800, kind of came back on the market, but that's not too bad, man. And let me tell you, my bags, if you were holding my bags, you'd be doing pretty good right now. You know, FTX is getting big. It's becoming a bigger exchange. Also, their coin, FTT coin, right? FTX is getting big. I gotta bring that up because I'm seeing, you know, they're got a little marketing promotion here with 3 commas. But yeah, FTX, man. But I'll tell you, man, I'm holding Aave. I'm holding Ethereum. I'm holding VeChain, IOST, XRP, Waves, Ocean, Polkadot, Binance Coin, Zilliqua, Theta, Icon, Synthetics, Chainlink, Hollowcoin, Hotcoin on the low. Band Protocol, 1inch, SushiSwap, Bitcoin, Civic, Elrond, EGLD, baby. The list goes on. Cardano, Nano, Bitcoin Cash, the Sand, Dogecoin, Basic Attention Token, Reef, Tezos, Litecoin, a little BUSD just in case, you know, keep a little BUSD on the low. So I'm just, you know, these are the big movers, man. These are great coins to be in. Yeah. Great coins to be in, man. Unbelievable. So how about BNB falling? Could buy BNB down. Morning. Shout out to Mohit Singla up on the channel. And it's funny to bring it up, Mo. We're seeing in the news, a lot of people are leaving the stock market to come trade cryptocurrency. Unbelievable. There's even news talking about how the stock market's more volatile than Bitcoin at this point. You can't trust things with the GameStop movement, AMC, BAB, all this insane stuff going on in the market. Skills, man. We'll go over skills in a second. We'll go over that for Mohit. What were we about to talk about though? You're talking about BNB coin. Now, it's another expert move, or just an easier expert move, is when BNB coin goes up a lot. What do you mean? What are you saying? BNB falling. Well, my target for BNB is all the way up here at 62. Honestly, if it falls, it's going to go do something sideways. See, look at up, sideways movement, up, sideways movement. This is a bull run. I don't short things in a bull run, man. I don't do down tokens because you know why? While you're in a down token, there's another token going up 5, 6, 700%. You know, so while you're trying to get a little pullback, there's coins ripping. So your focus is wrong if you're trying to use down tokens at this point, in my opinion. Again, that's a one man's opinion. That's my plan. You know, you have your own plan, and hey, you might use the down token and it might do great for you today. That's just not my plan. And I have a plan, and I believe I'm successful due to having a plan and sticking to the plan that I create, right? And not being all over the place, right? And you can see my plan was to trade this pattern till it hit its target. And its target is up here at about 62, 64. Somewhere up above 60 is the target. What's up with Base and Cascade Pool last night? Yeah, that's crazy. We'll talk about Base and Cascade. We'll put that at the end of the live stream. I'll show you Base, and you know, I was really upset with that. All of us out of nowhere, they tell me how to migrate to V2. You know, I bought Base Protocol because I'm buying something. I thought I was buying an asset that was pegged to the total market cap, and I knew the total market cap was going to grow. So I said, okay, I'll stay in Base Protocol. I'll get in around 400 billion, 500 billion, and we'll ride this to $1 trillion. We knew we were going to go into $1 trillion. We talked about it all the time, right? So Base Protocol right here. It's up. It's huge. Wow, it went up huge though. It's $1.69 now. Might be a good time to get out, man. Honestly, I got it at 59 cents, so that means I 3x my money at this point. Wow, it's up. They're probably rebasing or doing something funky today. Wow, it's up 169. This thing is crazy. It's up 99% today. Now that you talk about it, now I'm happy about it. I don't know. We'll get into Base, man. We'll talk about it. I said it for you to tell people to not do so yet. I don't know. Would you sell one for Dogecoin? Chrissy, why did you delete Chrissy? What did Chrissy post? Chrissy's usually good. Jesse, Chrissy's like one of our loyal people. Chrissy, what were you writing in there that got deleted by the moderator? Let me know, because I don't want you to be getting deleted by the moderators. Yeah. Let me know. Let me know, Chrissy, because I know usually you mean well, and I trust your judgment. So I don't think you would be soliciting. It would be very weird for Chrissy to be soliciting, but we'll see what's going on. Let me know, Chrissy, if you're out there in the world. BNB coin starting to form a bit of a bull flag here. So, yeah, 4 hour, and it's touching the 21-day moving average. This is bullish to me. Everything looking great. Look like spam for Celsius. Sorry, Chrissy. No worries, no worries. Celsius is a great project, man. It really is. It really is. So a bit of a red day. If you could see, a lot of the coins were in the red, right? GRT kind of forming in this wedge. I sold GRT at 83. Last night it came right back to 87, but then got rejected again. So we're seeing a little bit of a down period here for the altcoins. Is the dollar moving? Let's take a look at the dollar. So the dollar's having another strong morning. I told you, if the dollar breaks this level here, this is a very strong level of resistance, 91.50. If it breaks it, it's going to get all the way up to 92. Another 50-cent gap, and if it breaks that, it can gap all the way back up to 92.60. That won't be good for stocks, technically. It won't be good for... The stock market likes when you have a weak dollar, right? It pushes the stock prices higher. Same for gold. Same for many different things, as well as Bitcoin. So you can see Bitcoin struggle a little bit today with the dollar going to the upside. That's just what happens. And if we look at Bitcoin, yeah, 36.1 and starting to fall. Bitcoin having a little bit of a red day. I told you to watch Bitcoin right now. It was red. And I said, don't be worried if we come back down and test 34.9, even 34.500 area. We might even wick below it to 34.400. That's kind of what I showed you. Look, up, down, up, coming back down to the bottom of the pattern, right? It just makes sense. So don't be scared. It is sad. We were at 38.5. I know Bitcoin swings $2,000 in a second, but invest in yourself. Yeah, Jesse B heading towards 30 to 33K. I was talking about Celsius app that I just discovered a week or two ago. Been getting a good interest rate on long-term holds since we were discussing long-term holds. Awesome. No, that's awesome. It was fine. I think we just missed. That's why I knew it was fine. I knew that you're not malicious, Chrissy. I knew it. I caught that. See, despite everything I'm doing, I still caught what was going on there in my comment section because I love y'all. All right, and I know you mean the best, Chrissy. You've been nothing but nice and supportive. Wow. So altcoins were just ripping, and now they're just like, I told you to watch them, man. They might have a little struggle in the next couple days with that dominance. Look, we went all the way up to $7.81 in waves to come back down. Interesting. I still have a trajectory of waves, though, to get all the way up here at about $13.41. Got stake? Yeah. Why would you buy back into Dogecoin? What app recommended to do trade on the phone? Easy, simple. Why would you buy back into Doge? Would you sell one for Dogecoin? When would you buy back into Dogecoin? We talked about that. If M. Dixon, if you're following me, please join my trading group, which is in the link in the description. It's the top link in the description. Had you joined my trading group, you would have known that we got back into Dogecoin last night. When I posted this, actually yesterday morning at 11 in the morning, I gave you a buy zone, a stop loss, and a sell trade. The time to get back in was at about 3-1. Okay. Now I don't know. Now I've already kind of made my assessment. It's happened already, so I can't force a new trade now, right? Like that was the trade. Now I have to wait for the perfect entry. I know it sounds crazy, but I look for perfect entries, and I'm pretty good at making the best possible entry that gives you the best probability. Sand starting to pump. We talked about sand breaking out of this falling wedge to the upside, right? So look at that. Starting to make its move. Hit the 21-day moving average. 21 crossed the 50. This was a good sign. Also crossing another moving average was about the 80, starting to reset. So, because it go back up after it dips. Yeah. And so look, Sand actually went all the way to 12.9 in a nice pump. Pumped from about 7 to 12.9, right? That's like 80% gains right there. 67.33% gains. Came back down though. We're getting big sell-offs today. Let's take a look at silver and SKL. Oh, so you have SKLs, you have skills, and then we also have SKL in the market. Wow, so silver, I thought it would stay up in this trajectory. Fell right back down into the buy zone, which is interesting, right? So it seems to be holding support though. And again, like we said yesterday, I want to see silver hold this $26 level. If it breaks that, it's going to come back down to 24 and even more. So there's some manipulation in the market. I believe it's JP Morgan and the big boys. They're worried. You can see they're coming for this short squeeze. The silver squeeze has been all over the market. I don't know if you guys have read about it, but yeah, Yellen seeks to understand deeply GameStop frenzy as market regulators meet. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said on Thursday that she and the financial market regulators need to understand deeply what happened in the recent trading frenzy involving GameStop Corp and other retail stocks before taking any action. What action? Yellen, who's convening a meeting of the top regulators on Thursday, told ABC's Good Morning America, "We really need to make sure that our financial markets are functioning properly, efficiently, and that investors are protected." In her first media interview, she became the first female U.S. Treasury Secretary last week. Yellen also argued that a massive federal stimulus plan was needed to overcome the economic pain caused by Corona's pandemic, which has left millions. We never had anything so large, even during the Great Recession. We need to make sure people have jobs. If they don't have jobs, then they're supported, Yellen said, referring to the 2007-2009 economic contraction in the United States. She added that the President Joe Biden still wanted Congress to pass his $1.9 trillion stimulus plan on a bipartisan basis and is looking to cooperate with Republicans. Understanding what happened, I mean, we went over it pretty thoroughly. She could just sit on my channel, and I feel like she could figure it out. They're not going to short see silver, no way. Did she just get paid like $800K for a talk at one of these big firms? Yeah, that's what one of my friends told me. They gave her $800,000 to talk at, yeah. So she's going to do anything she can to help, to a Wall Street firm too. Yellen paid 800K. Like, look at this. This is the grime that, like, we're dealing with, you know. Shouldn't be surprised. Janet Yellen, paid by a firm in the GameStop struggle. White House Press Secretary Paskey said it shouldn't be surprised that Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen was paid to speak to a Wall Street, including a hedge fund involved in the GameStop investing struggle. Yellen, a former Federal Reserve chairman, was paid $810,000 by hedge fund Citadel, the shadiest one. The one involved in everything, Citadel, the one that owned Robinhood, had a stake in Robinhood, or had a stake in Melvin Capital that was dealing with Robinhood. By 3 events from 2019 and 20, the firm reportedly infused $2 billion into Melvin Capital's management, a hedge fund hammered by the losses in GameStop struggle. So she is a bag holder of shadiness. She's been implemented. It's obvious. Look at her. She came and spoke. Do you think people really care what she has to say? Do you think she's really that smart? Like Janet Yellen? We looked her up the other day. Janet Yellen, right? Like, where does she come from and what is she doing? No, it's not $700K. It's $810,000 right here. 810 grand right there, written clearly. It's reviewing the stock buying campaign and stock trading platform Robinhood this week shut down purchasing of GameStop, and raging leftists and populist right-wing politicians who said big business and the government are unfairly focused on small investors rather than wealthy stock shorting profiteers. Yellen, whose agency is a powerful financial regulator, made $7 million from banks and Wall Street firms in 2019. She made $7 million, guys. Like, come on now. Yellen, Biden's pick, made over $7 million in speaking fees from companies she could regulate. So last year alone, in 1 year, come on, man. They don't give these positions to poor people. It doesn't matter. It's not about being poor. It's the fact that she is not she is not a smart mind in economics. Like, people don't go, oh, wow, Janet Yellen really was unbelievable in blah, blah, blah. Like, no one said, oh, she ran a bunch of businesses. Like, she's like Janet Yellen, dude. Okay, she was born. All right, let's find out who she was, right? She was born in 1946, right? Same age as my father. My father's losing it, dude. Come on, not losing it, but you know what I'm saying. He's an old man. She was born to a Polish Jewish family in Bay Ridge of New York City's Brooklyn, where she grew up. Her mother was Anna Ruth Blumenthal, an elementary school teacher. Her father was Julius Yellen, a family physician who worked from the ground floor of their home. Her mother quit her job to take care of Janet and her older brother. Yellen graduated from Fort Hamilton, where she was the class valedictorian. All right, she's a smart girl. She graduated summa cum laude, all right, from Pembroke College and Brown University with a degree in economics. She switched her planned major from philosophy to economics and was particularly influenced by Professors George Bortz and Herschel Grossman. Yeah. She received a PhD in economics from Yale. So she got into Skull and Bones, and the rest is history. Secret societies, right? Her dissertation was titled Employment, Output, and Capital Accumulation in an Open Economy. 24 economists earned their PhD from Yale, including Gary Smith, but Yellen was the only woman among them. She was appointed assistant professor of Harvard University, where she taught. She was recruited to become an economist at the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. Like, then she worked at the Federal Reserve for President Bill Clinton, who appointed her. She seems to just be in the in crowd. I don't know, man. I don't buy it. I don't get this feeling of amazingness from her. Like Ray Dalio, I get an amazing from her. She's not stupid. She's very smart. She's cunning and dangerous. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, she's got that power at 74 years old. Pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't even know who. They don't even give these positions to smart people. Okay. Let's duck into the Mo Money list since we got Mo here. Skills. Okay, I mean, it's up huge with a gap up. I can't stand watching stocks. Look at this. It's even my OCD doesn't like it. Like for OCD purposes, like I can't even draw perfect patterns because they 24/7 patterns look way better, right? 4 hour is little spent, has room to go though. We have an indecision doji, meaning we got sold off and bought back up. Telling you we have a kind of a lockstep at 38 highs right now. 50.74 for Ethereum. Ethereum taking a big hit. 125 hit, not a big deal, but you know. Anyway, yeah, there was my target at 32.97. We blasted past that target, SKL. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, so it tells you you're going to keep continuing to the upside. Hard to really see. I guess, you know, I can show you now where we're going to go. You throw this flag in here. And you throw this pole here to the white line, 21-day moving average. You straighten it up so it goes the same trajectory as this. Yeah, it puts us at 42.47. At that point, you're going to be extremely overbought on the daily and the 4 hour. So I would sell at 42, man. Because at that point, you're going to be extremely overbought in both the daily and the 4 hour. So unless you want to hold this for a long time. But yeah, and honestly, the daily gives you a lot of room to grow. So we'll see what happens when we get to 42 at that area. Do we push back up a little more? There's a lot of momentum left in the stochastics and a lot of momentum here on the MACD. So that tells me that, you know, the move isn't really over. It's got to have, maybe it's half over, but maybe even just, maybe it has like 40% more. And it could even have more than that. Do you think VeChain is winding up for a move? BG. Let's take a look at BG. Now, BG, I thought it would break to the upside, hit that target at 76. Did not. But the daily has a beautiful cross coming, and you're in an inverted head and shoulder. Right? See, like your shoulder, head. You got your shoulder, your head, your right shoulder. Very, very bullish pattern. So, and this is looking really good on the daily, though. The 1 hour is going to go down, but who cares? Really just looking at that daily and that 4 hour now. Don't waste any other time on these smaller time frames. So, you got your shoulder, you got your head, you got your right shoulder, right? So there you go. Inverted head and shoulder. Beautiful. To the neckline. Should break out on the upside and get to about 79. So yeah, this is continuing bullish in my opinion and forming a bullish pattern. You could even get rid of that work and you could say, okay, we're in a falling wedge, which is, you know, even a flag. Something like this. And then you could take the length of the pole like we always do. Something like this. Yeah, and that's going to give you 79 too, which is interesting, right? Same target. Isn't that uncanny? You got to the same place from two different areas. And when I get that type of confluence, I get goosebumps. FCX bullish, 29. Remember FCX, we had two trajectories. We had, maybe it will go sideways, maybe it'll go up. Let's take a look here. This did not hit a target. One of the few things that did not hit the target. Broke down actually, right? Broke down, forming the inverted head and shoulders too, though. The same pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Neckline. Should break up to the upside. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, daily is about to have a bullish cross. So this looks just like the one we just looked at. They actually are very similar. So yeah, your trajectory for that 4 hour. And I go to the 30 minute. Give me a better head and shoulder pattern. Just using the 30 minute to see the pattern a little clearer, not to really gain any idea really what it's going to do. There's your inverted head and shoulder. Take to the neckline. We swing up, and that puts us at 35, 74 into new all-time highs, right? So, and that is coinciding with the daily. Daily's about to have a cross, so maybe a little more sideways action and down, but if you can hold it for a week or two, looks like you're definitely going to get back up to about 35, 75. Gold and silver fell too much. Should not be this low. Dollar is being falsely inflated. Yeah, no, it's irritating actually. Shout out to XRP Muser up at the live stream. No, it's very irritating to see. There's no reason the dollar should be pumping right now. Who's buying it? Who's pumping it? You know, like there's no real. It's strange to me as well. No, I thought it's actually making me angry because I know someone's doing it. Like I can feel when I know the markets well enough. I'm in the markets all the time, and I can judge how they move, and I also see where the money's being allocated. I can understand where big Wall Street is. I know where small money is, right? Like I'm connected to the middle class, the upper class. I have friends worth 50 million. I have friends that are pinching by, making pizzas at a pizza shop. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very interesting individual in that nature where I have, you know, I grew up in Martha's Vineyard where some of my friends were the sons. You know, my first girlfriend, her father was Ted Danson. My first girlfriend's father was Ted Danson, dude, you know? So I knew people that were worth, you wouldn't believe, you know? So I don't, you know, I've had that weird life where I've been in contact with big money. I've been in contact, and then my dad was an iron worker. My mom was a school teacher. I know what hard work means, you know? And because of that, it also gives me a good indication of the entire economy because, like, I know what it's like for, you know, some of my CEO friends. I know what it's like for people who are, you know, just trying to sell a used car to get by, you know, and I've been in both situations sometimes at the same time, you know, like, which kind of doesn't make any sense, but, you know, like I have a good paying job, great investments, but I'm holding out for the long term. And so I'm pinching by on my regular account, you know, and that's life, man. That is life. Something brewing. My silver broker is pissed off, like really pissed off about the dollar. Yeah, dude, like what are they doing, dude? And they had a meeting today too. The same day they all got together and had a meeting. Janet Yellen and her shady meetings. 91.51. Like how are you gonna pump? How are they pumping the dollar? How are you gonna pump the dollar when you've added so much into circulation? Like how do they just give the dollar? Look, they just pumped the dollar from 89 all the way back up 2.4%. Like that's kind of a big deal, man. Where did the dollar get the trajectory to go up this much? If the supply is increasing, where is the dollar going up? And if we're about to get a stimulus, if we are or not, what is up with the stimulus? Will we ever get one? Is it ever going to happen? Man, this whole shadiness, man. Then saying Joe Biden's losing tons of vaccines. You seen this? Can't find 20 million vaccines? I don't know, man. Is this true? Biden loses. They're saying they're already missing them or something. Biden team scrambles to find 20 million vaccines. Trump reportedly failed to track. It's been its first week in office. Him to manually track down 20 million vaccines in the pipeline. I don't know. This is crap, though, right? Biden making sure that those bonds China's holding pump so they can dump. Yeah. Great global reset. Yep. They didn't lose them. They sent him to South Africa on the low. He can't find his socks without help. SK's call options up 260%. I made the call on this channel. Shout out to Mo on the SKL call. Yo, to make a call, though, you gotta this is how you make a call. And I'm not being rude. I'm just being Aries. And Aries is I guess we call out everything the way it is, right? Mo has given us multiple calls on this channel. He's subtle about it, though. I think he knows it's a call, but he doesn't come out and say, hey, I'm making a call on AMC. Could you go over it? He just writes skills, AMZ. And then I go over it and I'm like, wow, this is a hot call, right? Then I actually end up making the call because it's my channel that people come to, right? So if someone came here and bought it, it wouldn't be on Mo, right? It would be on the Crypto Lifer. See what I'm saying? And again, sometimes I don't even make the call. I just go over what he asked me to go over. And once in a while, I think I've every 5 or 6 of them, he gives me 10 of them, and I'll say, hey, this is hot. I'll give this an 8 out of 10 on my trajectory. And that's kind of when I jump in on the call. So I'm not always really making his calls, so to speak. But I do have to put it out there that when I put anything out on my channel, it's on me. Because now I'm the gateway that everyone is coming to get the information from. So if I decide to put something out there, and Mo's my good friend of 20 years, if he was some random person giving me tickers, I wouldn't be going over his tickers the way I go over his tickers. But Mo, man, you're welcome to make a call. I'll make you an admin in the call group. Here's the Lifer group in calls. And if you would like to actually make a call, like say, I am going in with call options at this strike price, I aim to get out at this price, yada, yada, yada. If you'd like that, like right now, look, I'll do this. I can manage this channel, manage the admins, and look at Mohit. You should be in there. Maybe because you're not also in the you're not in the group or something. I want to add an administrator. I want to add Mo. I can only add people that are already in the group. All right, so I have to add Mo to the group first. Add a user. At Mohit. All right, so you're added now to this group, right? Then I'm gonna actually come up here and hit manage channel, hit admins, hit add admin, and there you go. And now you're an admin. You can change, you can't change channel. You can post messages and you can add a member. All right. And now Mo, you have now become an admin in my Crypto Lifer charts and calls only. Now, when you have a call, by all means, leave it in there. I don't give many people that permission. There you go. There you go. All right. Let's keep on moving. Aave bouncing back to 1440. Every time you think you got Aave, it's ripping even more. We got into Aave at $80 and $60. We 4x'd at 32. We've then 5x'd at 440. We're now at a 5.5x at this point on this. Yeah, that's in Telegram. Congratulations, Mo. Yo, it's a big deal with a lot of my subscribers to become an admin in the group. They're like, yo, Aave is nuts. Like, if I even show you my trade, one of my trades, I didn't track a lot of my Aave buys are just, I'm just actually buying it. Like, I can even buy it just on, but the trade alone is absurd. Like, it's just an amazing trade just to look at, you know, just to show. I kept one of them up just to be like, just to kind of look at it and look at it. 1,500 bucks turned into $8 grand, damn near $8,000, right? 1,500 turned into $8 grand, up 425% gains. Look, beating the hell out of ETH. ETH only, we went in about the same time, 12.16, 12.31, actually in this even longer, right? So we opened this position at the end of December, man. Well, you could have bought in this just a month ago, making a 5x in 1 month, bro. I took Aave profit yesterday from August, 0.5x. I sold Uni too early, still burn on that one. I have Uni. I'm never selling my Uni. I'm going to keep it long term. I actually bought Uni because of you, XRP Music. The other day you were like, I grabbed some user 350. I'll leave it in I'm going to stash it for the bull run. And I was like, you know what? He's a smart man. I'm going to stash some Uni for the bull run. And I didn't stash a lot, like 500, but I bought it at like $3 and $4. So I'm telling you, I've turned $500 into $3,000 like 10 times now. 500 bucks turns into 2-3 grand over and over again in multiple coins. You don't have to risk a lot to make a lot, you know. This is an SNX. We're just in a small SNX trade. I added a few SNXs at 741. It's playing games, but look for it to blow. I know. I don't know why I didn't get back in. I think I bought more Link or something. Hey, it'll all work out. As long as you kept it in crypto, it'll all work out. It really will. But, 425% gains. Making $6,300 off of $1,500 in 1 month. A lot of people would like to do that, right? A lot of people would love to do that. And I can teach people how to do that if they want to know. But you know what I learned too is you have to want it. I have friends that are close to me and I'm showing them, but they don't. I have friends that are all just as close to me, but some of them take more advantage of my knowledge than others. And I feel like that's just a survival mechanism. Some people are able to take advantage of everything around them and some people aren't. It all depends, right? BCRX has been moving, man. That thing is just a beast. BCRX, USDT pair. You can see I have a trajectory here of going all the way up to 52. I got a target on almost every single coin people ask me about. Like, people ask me about, look, in a second, there's the target. Because I've done work. I've done hours of work. Like, whenever I'm just sitting doing nothing, I pop out these charts. I spend an hour, and I go over every single coin. So I'm ready. Huge news today. Huge news today. We're interviewing Brandon of Bondly. Brandon of Bondly. Today I'm interviewing Brandon Smith, the CEO of Bondly Finance. Okay, that's going to be tonight at 6 o'clock. It's going to be a big deal. Touch the image that is the correct way up. Okay, there's my puzzle. Brandon Smith, hiring now at Bondly Finance in Estonia. But this is Brandon, man, with Bondly Finance. He went to the UNC Charlotte Belk. If you check him out, he's the CEO of Bondly Finance for the last 6 months. He's the managing partner at Shutter Capital for 3 years in Greater New York City. He was the vice president of Shield Pay. He was director of digital strategy and risk at PwC. He also ran the analytics team at GE. Okay, so this guy has been up in there. He has a degree from UNC Charlotte Belk College of Business, concentration in management, information systems, and decision support systems, audit, and tax. Dude, he's extremely smart, extremely interesting guy. And if you want to check out Bondly, and Bondly's been up and coming recently. Bondly is going to be big in the finance world as well as it is in other worlds. Up 56% today alone. Bondly Finance. Up 52% in the last month. Charlotte represent. Yeah. Little DeFi is blowing up. Lifer, what's your take on these coins like Alpha, INJ, Luna, etc.? I think they're hot, man. I think they're hot. Injective is hot. I think Injective is a little high right now. We went over it earlier, and I think it's going to have to cool down. But it's hot, man. Things are going well for the rest of the market, you know. DeFi is continuing. Where can you get Bondly? You can get it on Uniswap for ETH, Bilaxy, Hotbit, and CoinPark. Not a lot of places. Main place you can get it here is Uniswap, okay? Lack of liquidity, 11 million on Uniswap, okay? So you really don't want to get it anywhere else. Look, 683,000 on Bondly, on Bilaxy. So Uniswap is really where you want to go. Again, that's when people ask me, why is ETH going up? Look, Bondly for ETH. If you want to get Bondly, you got to get ETH. So ETH becomes the doorway to the ecosystem of DeFi. And that's the reason why you're going to see that ETH really just take a huge move in the markets. You know, we have Aave for ETH. A lot of these are beating up on all these coins. ETH has fees are a killer right now. I agree, man. I got into that base token protocol. And yeah, just trying to get base out costed a lot of money. So I agree with you guys 100%. Shout out to everyone watching on the live stream. We got 30 people watching. Some of the most we ever had. 31, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Thank you guys so much. Can we get to 1,000 subscribers today? 917. We just need 80 people to jump on the train. Can each people send this to someone that you haven't? Because it's got to be a friend of yours. Even someone you normally wouldn't think about. Just post this on your Facebook today. Do me a favor and share this link. Shout out to everyone on the live stream, man. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Celsius. I still have yet to sign up for Celsius. Haven't dealt with Celsius yet. Inverted head and shoulder forming the bowl. Tell you guys, whenever you can put something in a bowl, it's going to be a pretty big deal, right? So, and look, edge of the bowl. That is usually an indication that that's a beautiful entry. Close to the bowl, hitting support levels. We have some resistance that's coming up right here. Right here, and right there, and right about there. So, and you can see we're also in this trajectory that we broke our line, breaking to the upside. Now we're kind of in another bull. Even look, somewhat of a double bottom here. You see it? Hard to see, but let me show it to you guys because it's there. And this is why. And look up, but a little rejection down, you know, kind of a cup and handle action. I don't want that to do that. But a little bit of a double bottom with a rejection, kind of a triple bottom. 1, 2, forming that double bottom. I like where we're at right here at 44 for Celsius, though. Honestly, you could tell that's a place where I really like to enter. You can see the 1 hour is about to make a move. Let's take a look at that daily. Daily actually has a MACD cross coming. Stochastic is in a funny place right now, though. So I do want to wait on that to see how that looks. Support the life. That looks nice. Celsius. Yeah. Yo, why is TradingView redirecting me to TradeStation now? I can't adjust time frames on a chart. Not happening to me. Look, I'm not TradingView right now, and I'm doing my thing. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Shout out to the chat. Do you guys like seeing the chat up there above me? Does it matter? Is it cool? Is it worth it? I picked up some pre-sale GSX coin. What do you think about buying pre-launch tokens? So close. 1K. So close. Yeah. I think pre-sales are great. They're very high. They're high risk. I like to put in like $200 to $1,000 in them, no more. They're extremely high risk. But at the same time, you know what? They can make you 100x. They can be some of your biggest winners that you've ever had. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's a good idea if you know what you're doing. You look at your projects, vet them properly, make sure people understand what's going on. You know, kind of. Yeah, Voyager Exchange stock is blowing up. Yeah, it is too. Yep. And that's isn't that BQX? Let's take a look at BQX Voyager. I don't know why that their ticker is so much different, right, than their actual name. Clearly completely different. Balancer is also pretty big. All right. All right, so check it out. Okay, check it out. Posted on Telegram. Just shared one of on one of my Twitter acts. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Posted on Telegram. I don't like it too small to read. Interesting. Okay. $500 is the cheapest Super Bowl ticket. Anybody want to come with? $5,000. Are you gonna go to the Super Bowl, man? That would be sick, dude. That'd be sick. The chat doesn't really help, and you guys can see the chat too, right? So you said it's too small, because if I make it any bigger, right? Like, see? I'll figure it out. I kind of like it there. It looks professional. A lot of the big YouTubers have it up there, so I kind of wanted to mimic that idea, but we'll see. We'll go from there. BNB holding 53, man. Doing its thing. Look at this. Forming a beautiful bull flag here. Kind of rising wedge. Almost have an inverted head and shoulder there, too, in a way. But, yeah, I'm still very bullish on BNB. The coins are great. Ban playing a lot of games, right? Ban's kind of upsetting me. Like, every other coin's having these big, big moves, and Ban has made one double up. Like, one double up. It went from 6 to 12, maybe. Did a double top here, and then did a rounded top. You know, come on, Ban. You could do better than this, Ban. And you're better than that. That was a cup and handle that you had going there that you refused to make into something great. I'm pissed because Ban's only made me like 80%. And, you know, it should made, you know, I could have put my Ban money in so many other coins. Like, everything I'm in is up bigger than Ban. Still holding that trajectory at 1641. If it can hold this pennant, it is bouncing off the 200-day moving average. That's a big deal. I like to see that. We talk about that a lot on the channel. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours low, ready to rock. Took that daily. Yeah, daily just had a move and actually is a little spent. So you still have some more room, though. We could double top here, which I'd like to see. So hopefully we double top and the 4 hour makes a move. Pushes us back up out of this trajectory. But Ban, man, playing some games. Yeah. Yeah, right? Sold Ban at 16, man. This is the Voyager BQX. Voyager for Binance. It's about 6,900 6,956 Satoshi, right? Coming on, bouncing off that 200-day moving average, getting really close to it as well. Daily's a little spent. Wants to kind of reset, though. Not too healthy on the daily. I'd wait for it to kind of show me something more. Forming this fallen wedge, though, now breaking up on the 4-hour. 4-hour looks strong, so I just wait for that daily to reset a little bit, and then the 4-hour and the daily will be in conjunction. But it does look like you'll be close to your nibbles. I would start taking nibbles around here. Looks like we had strong support at about 6,000 Satoshis. So, yeah. BQX. Looks like it could make you some Bitcoin if you play against it. BZRX. Big candle. One of the biggest candles it's ever had. Look at the size of that candle, dude. That may be the biggest candle it ever had. I think it is. Unbelievable. And more room to go on that 4-hour. We're not even close to being done. Starting a new candle right now, which closes in 3 hours and 59 minutes. So that candle just closed. Strong candle. It opened at 36. Its high was 44. Its low was 36. And it closed at 43.97. Really kind of held it pretty well. Okay, let's take a look at Bitcoin 36.5. Wow, getting held up now. Got bought back up at 36.1. Did already hit the top of the channel, so I wouldn't be surprised if we come back to the bottom of the channel. You know, there is a chance, though, that the channel is doing this. That it's just a very sharp edge channel like this. And that was the bottom, and we're kind of wedging our way in there. So I'm willing to see that possibility. You know. We could also kind of swing this for a retest, something like that. And we're just bouncing off support. And there's the 21-day moving average right there, which is a great sign. A lot of times it holds up the price, or at least keeps the price close. You know, like right there, we bounced off it very well. We came up, we bounced. Here we fell through, but we bounced right above it. And usually we bounce before we go through it yet again. Like here's a bounce, here's a bounce, here's a bounce. So like 1, 2, 3 bounces, and it's usually on the trajectory on the way up. So very similar scenario here. Pump up, sideways action, bounce off the 21. Pump up, sideways action, bounce off the 21. Right? Pump up, little action, we bounce off the 21-day moving average. I bought that little dip. Told you I had some tether ready yesterday. XRP will blow up soon. XRP is totally decoupled from the market, it seems. Yeah, it's kind of like it's got beaten down and blasted so hard. It just needs, you know, it needs some time to cool off. It doesn't really know where it's at, what it's doing, you know. Let's take a look at Cody. I talk about Cody a lot. Cody hasn't, it's starting to make its pop, but it hasn't popped yet, really, so to speak. To me, this is a cup and handle for Cody. And look, we talk about the 200-day moving average becomes kind of the bottom of this wedge. So you could even put it in, it's in this cup and handle here. But it's even in it's now doing this too. It's forming a bull pennant. See that? With the 200-day moving average kind of holding it. Starting to lose. It's getting tight. It's getting very tight. And it's low on the 4-hour. So watch out. Cody. Projected to go to the upside. Take a link to the poll here. Boom. And if this is a cup and handle, which I believe it is, we have an even bigger target here. Because there you're going to be your top of your bull. These break up 40% a lot of the times. Like 9 out of 10 times we see a big movement here in the cup and handle. So there's a temporary target here at about 10. And there's a bigger target up here at 12. So watch out for Cody, man. Putting it out on your radar. Cody, ready to rock. Yeah. Cover took a bit of a hit. With all that craziness going on, back down to 57. Remember, Cover was going to be a hot coin, man. It was like 1,400. Ever since it tanked, though, it's been hard. It is forming a double bottom and it's forming a bit of a bull here, but I would just be wary of it. I'm done with it. Once something has that kind of dark, you know, shady hack around it, I'm kind of over it, you know. Yeah, maybe you want to buy into something beat up, right? Take advantage of that sentiment. It's just not my style. Like, I'd rather just stay away. You know what I'm saying? Like, looks like we're getting a resurgence now. Little scare in the altcoins, and now they're starting to bounce back up yet again. Rose started to make a move finally, but Let's take a look at Rose. Rose has been my worst call. Only coin I put out there that really hasn't done much. It was a 2-week hold. It's been about 2 weeks now, and Rose is really just, yeah. So look, it broke out. It was in this cup and handle. It broke out. So it went all the way to 75, actually. So it did something pretty nice, right? We're talking about it at 6. It went up a half a cent on 6. 1.5 cents on 6, right? So it's a little under 30%, right? About 26% gains right there, but then gave it all back. Gave it all back. Possible retest, hitting the 21-day moving average. It is low on the 4-hour Stokes, though. So look for this to reset. I'm still actually bullish on this, on Rose. But yeah, other coins easily outperformed Rose very, very well. It was one of my calls, so I have to stand by. It didn't go as well as the rest of them. Mana hasn't done anything in weeks. Let's take a look at Mana. But honestly, man, if you guys are listening to me and you follow me, right? I said the hot coins to be in. I said SNX, Aave, Uni, DeFi, you know. I said this is where the money's going. This is where the money is going. So don't fight the money, man. Like Uniswap. Look at it. I think it's projected to keep continuing up and then break out of this rising wedge. I think there's more for Uniswap to come. Someone would say, how? Boom. Projected to go to 28.9, right? So more gains for Uni, man. Someone asked about VeChain. One of my long-term holds. I love me my VeChain. I do. Kind of did a fake out here. Still forming consolidated. It's just consolidating. It's winding up. Look for it to get closer, closer, closer. One day I'm going to probably you'll see me put out a call and I'll say VeChain is running out of room. You know, try to buy it. If it can come back down here to the bottom of the pattern, this is going to be your beautiful entry. If you can even get a wick off of support right there, it's set at 2.3. Gorgeous entry for VeChain. Look, it's in the cup and handle though. You can see it. It's only a matter of time. Going to do its thing. If you have the patience, you're going to make 100% or more off of VeChain. So again, though, didn't move as good as Aave. Didn't move as good as SNX. Didn't move as good as Uni. Didn't move as good as 1inch. Didn't move as good as, you know, Voyager. All these decentralized exchange coins. Even BNB, an exchange coin. Nano. Let's take a look at Nano. About to leave the station. A lot of these things broke down, right? It's now back into the buy zone, right? Nano's sitting in my buy zone right now, beautifully. So let's take a look. Actually forming a pattern very similar, my photographic memory kind of very similar to Doge. So what am I saying by that? Well, you'll take a look here. Look. So we got this pattern kind of forming like this. Up, down, up, coming back down to the downside. Possible. Or we could say, you know what? That was a fake out. It's in a descending triangle, or it's still in the falling wedge, something like this. Which is 68% chance of a break to the upside. Similar to this, look, down to the side. Big down to the side. You can see it's getting bought back up, though. Higher lows. Here's a higher low. Here's a higher low. Here's a higher low. If as long as we make a fourth higher low right here, that's very good. And also, we're using that 200-day moving average bounce. Got really close there. It's kind of lingering. It's showing you that the price wants to move to the upside. See, the 21-day moving average is starting to curve. These are big signs for Nano. I also agree that Nano is probably about to lift off. Stokes are low on the 4-hour. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily also looks like it wants to rip. So Nano has a good sign on the daily and a good sign on the 4-hour. And has multiple indications that it wants to go to the upside. 342, beautiful place in my buy zone for Nano. Stop loss down in here, you know. So there you go, man. Nano, baby, Nano. I talk about LTO a lot. Not many people do. It's a DeFi coin with a lot of movement, breaking out of this falling wedge. Look for 51% gains out of LTO not too long from now. About to break out. Stokes are pointing up. Good momentum, and we also have good momentum. And again, there was my alert. We came down, we hit my alert, time to get in. And that would have got you in right here at the bottom of the pattern. And that's why you use this alert system that I'm teaching you on the stochastics, because it's always going to help you get in on these really aggressive buys at 1.8. Look, you've already been up 4 on the 18 and ready to, and now you get to wait for the breakout. So I love buying the bottom of the pattern, and that's my thing. Trajectory for this is about 33, 34 area, between 32 and 34. is my target for LTO. I like Mahadao. I talk about that for ETH. Seems to be just losing on ETH though. Wasn't really a winner against ETH. ETH making a big move. I don't know how many things could beat ETH, honestly. I feel like ETH is set to go up to some highs. So yeah. Mana hasn't done anything. Mana hasn't done anything in weeks. Was this the daily? I don't know if that statement is really true, because in the last 14 days, it has gone up from 1.1 all the way to 1.6. So it's up 70% in 14 days. It did come back down. And actually in the last month, you said it hasn't done anything in weeks. When someone says weeks, that's like a month, right? 2 months, 3 months. Weeks is usually 3 weeks to me, 3-4 weeks. So when someone says that hasn't done anything in weeks, okay. So in 30 days, which is 1 month, it's up 81%. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I can go by that statement. It hasn't done anything in weeks. And I don't mean to offend anybody. Like, again, I am just a pragmatic person going over the chart. Okay, we see that we're pointed up here on the stochastics RSI and the daily. That's a beautiful sign, and lack of bullish momentum, bearish momentum. I actually really like Mana here. One of the few coins that really hasn't made a huge pop. You can see the double bottom too, bottom, even though it's slanted. I've seen that play out, double bottom here in the Stokes. And again, easy pattern trade is up to the top of the pattern and then back to the bottom of the pattern, up and down, up and down, up and down. So I like Mana for 41% gains right here where it's at. I really like where it's at right now. Let's take up my buddy Link, man, playing games in the 20s. Doing its thing, right? Nice little pump. Will it dump again? You know, are we going to see, is this possible? Is this something we're going to see? Could Link come back down and retest 13? Highly unlikely at this point. I feel like it's going to hold this level here. I think 20 will become new support. You know? Just similar to this area here. We came up. Then we came down. Where did we come back down? We tested this region at $8. A few times. Once, twice, and then a third time here. Even after getting all the way up to 16, we came back to 18 one more time. And it's funny, man. Before they pump it, they usually bring it to the low. So look, they trashed it, and then they stashed it all the way up, man. We got all the way to 25, 26.50, I think was the high yesterday. Yesterday was a huge high. We hit all-time highs at a lot of stuff. How about MFT, mainframe token? A lot of people talk about a mainframe. People go over that a lot. I've been getting talks of it. It's really far away from the moving average. To me, that's time to take profits. It's also overbought, extremely overbought. Look for the 21-day moving average to kind of do its thing and for this to kind of come down and meet it. So I think you're going to have to wait for it to come back down to 9. It got sold off heavily too as well. And it's overbought. Overbought, a little bit of divergence too, bearish divergence. As you can see, we have swing up to swing up here. Divergence is when you have like swings in the price, swing up to swing up. But then this is not the same. This actually swings to the downside. Like that. I mean, it could keep coming up. We still have some room to go on the stochastics RSI, but then they're going to reset. So, and it looks like we'll have to come back down on the daily. So yeah, I would wait for this before I touch it again. I wouldn't even look at it for a couple days. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'll miss it, but that's my TA, and that's kind of how I do things. If it doesn't pan out for me now, then I'll leave it alone for a while. Ocean, man, doing a bit of a retest. I have Ocean in this cup and handle and a giant double bottom. If you're patient with this one, should play out pretty well. Sell zone's up here at 84, from 58 to 84, 47% gains out of Ocean. When is Ban going to join Link? Ban in the 20s. It's banning my head. Yeah, man, Ban's playing games. Ban's playing games for sure. Okay, NKN. This was a hot coin for a while. Far away from the moving average as well, doing that double bottom. Wow, look though, once NKN breaks these levels, anything is possible for it. So we'll do more deep dives on NKN, but we'll maybe start to bring it into there because we haven't been talking about NKN much. Nulls. Knowles kind of hit it. Look at this beautiful double bottom for Knowles. Just kind of going over a few things here before we run out of here. Any last tickers, man? I got to take a run. And, yeah, about 11:30 will be the end of the show each day. Let's take a look at Bitcoin one last time before we jump on out of here. At 36,595, holding this level. Doing really, really well. I'm proud of Bitcoin right now. Doing well. Breaking out. Bit of a retest off support. Doing its thing. Doing its thing, man. Okay, we got some news here in the last 19 minutes. We got some new news. This came out an hour ago, so this is the hottest news right off the press. Okay, right off the press. I seen LL Cool J up in the news. Pretty cool to see. All right. Okay, Elon Musk sends Dogecoin to the moon with a new host of tweets. Tesla Elon Musk has once again praised Doge in a series of tweets, breaking his brief self-imposed break from the social media site. Let's see what he was saying. Let's see what he was saying. Elon Doge is trending. How funny is that? I am become me, destroyer of shorts. 6 hours ago. Sandstorm is a masterpiece. Is he talking about sand? Oh no, he loves that. I love Sandstorm. I also agree with him. I agree with him. Next time we try pull-up method. A pull-up. Boom. Look at that. Low-key, low-key. No highs, no lows. Only Doge. So he wrote, he likes to, I think he thinks it's funny. Dogecoin is the people's crypto. No need to be gigashad to own. You're welcome. This is pretty funny, man. That's mad funny. That's really, really hilarious. Unbelievable. Elon Musk, Doge. This was a tough one. So while he's putting rocket ships into space, he's just sending Doge tweets out. Like, and honestly, the TA was there though. The TA was there regardless, right? So it's funny. I mean, yeah, he's a catalyst, but the TA was there for us, guys. Like, I even put it. I put this out before he put the tweet out. I put this trade out, right? Got sold off hard though at 546. Dibby dabbing. Great show. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream, man. Thank you guys so much for jumping on it. Bitcoin's price is initially targeting 50,000. Mike McGloon arguing that 50K is a tangible target for the price of Bitcoin in his latest crypto outlook. And Mike McGloon's a big boy in the game. Remarkably, McGloon said that by the end of 2020, Bitcoin became less risky than the Dow. Appealing to the basic rules of economics, the analyst stated that the combination of Bitcoin's fixed supply and its gradual maturation will result in declining volatility of the asset. By the end of the next rewarding half in 2024, the volatility of Bitcoin could match that of gold. It would be naive not to expect bumps in the road with the new technology, but unless human advancement, electrification, and digitalization backpedal, Bitcoin is poised to eventually become a worthy substitute for gold in investment portfolios, right McGloon. He also appears to be convinced that while Ethereum has found a comfortable support at 1,000, the second largest cryptocurrency is still very dependent on Bitcoin's price and should do just fine as long as the former continues to rise. How to buy XRP in 2021. Dogecoin shoots up on Elon Musk's to the moon tweets. Crypto investment firm Grayscale reveals how it values Ethereum. Investors still prefer stock to Bitcoin, but Bitcoin wins over gold all day long, baby. Bitcoin supply held by whales skyrockets as Glassnode debunks high BTC ownership concentration report. The distribution of Bitcoin on various addresses on the Bitcoin network shows whale accumulation and activity, but is an accurate measure of Bitcoin ownership around the world. This is according to a report by Glassnode Insight, seeking to clarify another report by Bloomberg, which claimed that up to 95% of all Bitcoin in circulation is owned by 2% of Bitcoin accounts. Glassnode says that this statistic would suggest that most Bitcoin is owned by a few, with a whole lot of whales, are inaccurate and often misleading. They come in 8 species of marine life, and we went over that. Are you a crab? Are you a dolphin? Are you plankton? I'm a crab, baby. U.S. Library of Congress report highlights proof of stake tax blind spot. The tax man still isn't wise to cryptocurrency earnings made through proof of stake, but that could change soon. Republican Rep Tom Einer has called for precise tax guidelines regarding cryptocurrency earnings, as a report he commissioned from the Law of Liberty showed a stark disparity between regular approaches taken by various tax authorities around the world. The 128-page study examines cryptocurrency tax laws in 31 nations, paying particular interest to their application concerning coins and tokens earned through mining and staking. Yeah, like what do they do that? Proof of stake is a consensus mechanism used by many blockchains, right? Bitcoin is not volatile. Fiat is, says New York DIG's founder Ross Stevens at MicroStrategies conference. I totally agree, man. VC stars and LL Cool J hunting extraordinary momentum in crypto. Private equity venture Glenn Hutchins, together with other business partners, has launched a new venture, crypto capture fund Yahoo Finance reported, citing Hutchins. Among investors in the fund has already raised $72 million. Our Bitcoin bull hedge fund billionaire Paul Tudor Jones, former CEO of PepsiCo Indra Nooyi, and famous American rapper James Todd Smith, aka LL Cool J, and other high-profile investors, according to the report. Crypto is no longer just a fringe technology. This is extraordinary momentum behind decentralized solutions to some of society's biggest platforms. And our goal at North Island Ventures is to partner with top entrepreneurs in the world, bringing these solutions to life. Partner at the fund, Travis Shedd quote as saying, I'd like to make a similar company, like to bring crypto into the ecosystem. You know, and there's our Janet Yellen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it, and I love you all. Have a wonderful day, man. Roll call: XRP Muser, Jesse B, D Harrison, Tiago Cruz, Mohit Singla, Ginny Mixer, Chris Conlon, Chrissy Fouts, Tiago Cruz, Sergu Makanu, everybody out here. Mix, aka Josh Soul, Chrissy Mix, Funky Fragrance Lover. Love that. That's a new one in there. I haven't seen that. M. Dixon, Farmer D, Trade Intuition, Jose Pedro, Crypto Cody, Lamb Hung. Are you hung like a horse? Lynn N, Eddie DC. Sorry, I was just playing games. Please don't get offended. Love you all. Everyone here. Eddie DC, Oz, everyone. Hadouken, my man, Alex Gonzalez, every single person. XRP Musa, every one of you that came here. Undercover 65. I hope I got every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for coming in to the live stream. And remember, we're going to say it together, but 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. I love y'all. Be safe.